Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to be reacting to another Extreme Cheapskates video. This Extreme Cheapskate is called She Cooks Lasagna in a Dishwasher. Extreme Cheapskates. Let's get into the video, shall we? Wait, whoa. What are you doing with that syringe? Is that washing detergent? I think it is. What are you doing with that?
I do.
Oh, you're putting that small amount in your washing machine? That's not going to wash anything. What are you doing, you crazy lady? That is not going to wash anything.
Believe that laundry detergent does run a scam on people. I learned.
What do you mean runs a scam on people? Laundry detergent and is laundry detergent. The only way that you go through so much laundry detergent is either if you've got people who don't know how to actually use it correctly and pour like the entire bottle or the whole box of powder in it, or you just because it's designed to be used correctly. Because even on like the boxes of bottles, it actually gives you like directions and measurements on how to use it. Normally, when it comes in a bottle in liquid form, they say no more than about a cap or two, depending on the size of the load. And I've used one of these over the top, as it's called, washing machines to have the variable speeds, degrees, and load sizes. Um, they're very good, and they're actually a lot more conservative to use than the ones that lock on the front, because these ones, the doors don't lock, so you can chuck more washing in during the cycle, so you can actually wash more with less naturally. So you can actually just put in the right amount of laundry detergent, and you don't have to worry about wasting anything, because you can chuck more clothes in if needed.
Learned how to conserve my detergent by my method at work.
First of all, hi Stephanie Bennett, and what's your method of work?
Drawing blood.
Oh, she draws blood. Well, I could say that. Yeah, definitely that syringe work did look a little bit surgical and lifeless. That explains everything.
Measurements are very precise. By using the amount that I put inside of the syringe, it weighs out correctly, so I'm not overdoing it.
Well, that's a good way of collecting lint. Never thought about that. Just put the bag in the dryer and then collect the lint, and you can just stick it straight into the rubbish or trash. Well, that's a good way of doing it.
Gonna save this.
Why? She has a whole bag of lint? I'm sorry, but the only bag of lint you should have is lint chocolate truffles. But what? Or are you gonna donate it to somewhere that like recycles and repurposes it to make like stuffing for beds? Like that's a good thing, good use of it. What are you doing with it?
I collect lint from the dryer. First off, because it's clean. Second,
Not really, not really at all. Because I believe I'm sorry, but we gotta quickly Google this for a second. There you go. Dryers can also dryers can also be a breeding ground for bacteria. If you're not cleaning your clothes dryers regularly, you may expose yourself to harmful germs and end up with filthy garments and excess lint. So there's some saying that it can be clean, and some say that it's not. But I wouldn't risk it just because it's dryer lint. Like, what's the purpose of that? Or makeup pads that are designed to do that, not lint. If you can afford to buy makeup, you can buy the kits that where they have all the appropriate stuff in it. Don't use the stuff that's been that don't use the stuff that's come from the fibers that's had your ass on it.
Come on.
Since really, you could buy energy saving bulbs. I have LEDs in my home where they don't use they use bugger all electricity and they save on electricity bills. Like you could swap them out for very good, very conserving LEDs, and you will be probably saving more than $60 a month, if not more, or and that on your electric bill, you'd be saving a hell of a lot more.
He does have a lot of money saved up. She doesn't want to spend nothing.
Are you gonna give you a high water bill, really? Like, I know obviously money can be tight and all that sort of stuff, but it's just you could make do certain way, from one way or another. Like this guy's got a massive earring. If he's that short of money, he could go pawn that and make money.
I'm a grown ass man. I should be able to just get in there and take them
out there. They are crazy. Like I'm someone who has had to live on a low income budget for quite some time. I've grown. Preach, brother, preach. I am with you. I don't understand. I now know who bought your jewellery. You bought it yourself. Like, if she wants to be cheap, let her be cheap. But at the same time, if she doesn't have to be, then why bother? Like, if you're not hurting anybody, do you? But this could be hurting someone, especially with reboiling the water the way she has.
With a strict monthly food budget of $400, there's no room in Stephanie's world for extra expenses.
Okay, I know food and medical supplies and all that sort of stuff can be expensive, but $400 a month on food? Like, that is a lot of money to spend on food. Because I have done it myself on £100 a month to eat on food, which is about $150, give or take, maybe $170, something like that. And if she can't, and if $400 a month is a lot, and she has, not only does she have a washing machine, she also has a dishwasher as well. Dishwashers use a lot of water, and you can't set those to use less amounts of water because they just don't. They use a lot of water, even on their lowest settings. They do. Like, and electricity as well. You're not even thinking about your electricity bill. And you have an electric oven instead of a gas oven. Like, I think you're being cheap because you're a bit crazy. You're a little bit for himself. Then your money's not being taken. But anyway, you have kids. You both spend for those, and a party once in a while is not a big deal. You could do a whole party on like 200 quid, something like that. The whole thing, if you do it right, with highlights in. That's not cheap. Never is cheap. And yeah, like you can't be saying about being cheap in that when your hair, which I know average haircut for a woman could be anything from like £80 or $140 up. Like, yeah.
A football party at our house, but I love Patrick.
And you have a Yukon. You have one of the most gas guzzling SUVs ever made. I'm guessing. And I don't know much about Yukons, but I know they do drink a lot of fuel. And you're driving around in that when you don't need it. And you're contradicting yourself here because you're saying you want to save as much money as possible on your water bill or your electric bill, and yet you have a gas guzzler. I can understand if you was on like, I don't know, like a little 1 litre car or 1.5 litre car that you can just poodle to the shops in and all that sort of stuff. Fine. But
This football party is throwing my monthly budget way off course. It's not a touchdown.
And you have your nails done. Nails are expensive. Like, I'm pretty sure that a manicure or a pedicure is like a minimum of $40, if not more. So, like, yeah, like you're hypocritical. You're just contradicting. Is technically theft because you're not supposed to just peel grapes off the vine and then just take the grapes and pay for them. Like, you're supposed to just grab the bag of grapes and take that. Because what if another customer comes along and they grab a bag that looks full and check it and it's not actually, and they go take it home, and by the time they get home they then look at it and actually realise the bag's only got like one grape left on it. That's not fair, and that's technically illegal. And you're not going to just separate the bananas now, are you?
No, man, we don't sell expired product here. No true meat market would ever do that.
Can I see?
Yes, because of something called trading standards and hygiene standards, and yeah, you can get in a lot of trouble for that, because if the meat or food is out of date and someone eats it and gets seriously ill, they could sue you and ruin the rest of your life. Raw beef, just the beef fat. So you're gonna make a lasagna that has no actual meat, proper meat in it, and no actual like goodness to it, because the whole point of a lasagna is the ground mince with the multi layers of cheese. Like, I make a mean lasagna when I get the chance, and it's one of my favorite dishes of all time. And this is triggering me because this lady is not making a lasagna; she is making beef fat. Hopefully, she uses the right cheese, and hopefully she uses either the proper pasta, or she makes the pasta herself, because it's not hard. It's just eggs, flour, and water. Pasta, job done. It has got some meat in it, but now she's just putting beef fat in it. Like, I'm pretty sure beef fat and bones is what they used to make jelly. That is going to be the biggest part of gloop and crap going. Oh, this triggers me.
Saved 75% on the ingredients for her lasagna.
It's not a lasagna. And okay, she has the right pasta. Technically, the right pasta, although I believe you're doing it wrong, because if I remember correctly, you're supposed to put mince first, bit of pasta, cheese, then mince, pasta, cheese, and then finish it off with a tiny bit of pasta across the top, if you like that it sandwiched in. But yeah,
This is why we save the sauce.
oh no, you're putting the sauce in. That's not enough meat for one layer of pasta. That whole bowl would do one layer of that size. Like, you are not making a lasagna. Unless, of course, there's already layers underneath it, but you are not making a lasagna. What you are making is a bowl of crap. That's literally what you're making. And you're using in the pasta sauce that's had your family's saliva and STDs in it.
Now to save.
Wrong cheese. Well, you used one of the right cheeses, but you did it wrong. You're not supposed to just put a little bit in there. You're supposed to cover the whole thing in cheese, and preferably, if you can, use at least 3 or 4 different cheeses, so then you get that beautiful texture and that beautiful combination of flavors. And you better make sure you got chopped up and diced garlic in it as well, because you need it, and a bit of nice, little bit of, like, coriander, like chives. You got to season it. You got to have it right. It's got to be delicious. Not whatever it is you're making, which is a load of crap.
Save money. I multitask with washing dishes and cooking meals with my dishwasher. I just got.
Oh yeah, I forgot she's gonna cook this in the lasagna. That's not gonna cook it. That's not gonna cook it.
To make sure I wrap it really well, or else the food will get wet.
With the dishwasher reaching a temperature of 170 degrees, the lasagna will be fully cooked in 1.5 hours without using the additional gas of an oven.
But you are complaining about using your water bill, about spending money for your water bill. I'm pretty sure it's less economically viable to just put one thing in your dishwasher and then turn the dishwasher on. Dishwashers have been made to be efficient when they are full. When they are not full, not good. Pasta meal. You'll be surprised if that cooks at all. Watching this in the dark. I'm sorry, but are you a biker, a trucker, or are you inbred, or are you all three? Because that whole look, yeah, no. He was right about that about one part of that sentence. It's for you and nobody else. You are actually detrimenting your family's life with this way. You're making food improperly. You're not cooking it right, and it can actually be very serious to health. Like beef fat, unrendered and uncooked beef fat can actually cause like heart attacks and like high cholesterol and stuff like that. Like it's serious stuff. And you, lady, you're not a cheapskate. You're just insane. But yeah, this is just crazy. This is really, really crazy. But yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, another crazy cheapskate as it is. Some of the points she made was fair. Others were just so far out of the park that it just doesn't make sense. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys all later.